Alex and I are heading to Jacksonville, Florida tonight. There's also $1,000 on the table to one lucky winner who likes, comments, and subscribes to this video. See you in Florida.
We're getting bombarded with wires this morning. We were so broke on Friday. Things are looking up on Monday. I love collecting wires over the weekend. Nick, bring your broke back over here. What the fuck did you do?
I landed wrong.
Oh, skydiving.
So we'll back out.
I can't believe this kid gets hooked on jumping out of airplanes.
Didn't realize that the first time I'd go skydiving would be the one that really hooked me into it, because I've gone 6 times after that. And the last time, in the last jump of the season, I landed wrong. I've got 12 more times before I can jump legally by myself without someone holding on to my shoulder.
Holy Nick. So the show, I'm very confident that they'll be just fine, but you know, a little pep talk and some instructions could never hurt. So I'm gonna give you a printout sheet that's gonna have pictures by stock number. It's gonna have our cost, it's gonna have our internet price, and you'll be able to gauge in between. Now, I'm not giving you our POS system, it's just too cumbersome, it's too much for a 4-hour event. I'm gonna give you handwritten invoices. If it comes time, if somebody wants to write a check, you have John there, that you can say, hey, is this guy okay? You know what I mean? These are all people that they know. These are all their private clients. These are clients that are VIP clients. I'm sure you can take a check from anybody. You can always take a deposit, ship something later. There's a lot of things you can do. Vlad, I'm gonna need you to give him the credit card machine as well and show him how to use it. I'm gonna have you go downstairs. I'm gonna pack. We'll physically check everything off. We'll put it in the bin. And it's time to pack. My favorite. I lost money, or didn't make money, probably the first 5 or 6 shows. I almost gave up on shows in the beginning. And then the market kind of turned, people got to know us, and we started making money. It was actually Alex and Gary. We weren't partners yet. It was Alex and Gary that, you know, made us come to these shows and introduced us to the wholesale business, which obviously helped us out in the long run tremendously. But I'll be honest with you, by the 5th show, we were really ready to give up. So this stuff, normally I would lay it all nice and pretty and take it out of the boxes. Don't do it. You have 4 hours to do this. Just lay them out as they are. So we gave beers a very, very healthy mix. A lot of popular stuff, some high-end stuff, some Richard Mille, some Turbs. Obviously lots of Rolex, some older Rolex, some newer, lower Rolex. We don't know what to expect at that show. We're going in there with 0 expectations. This is the first time we did a trunk show with them, so I guess we'll just see how good the kids are.
Hold on a second. I can't find this in the safe and I didn't see it.
What? What is it? I'm not unpacking this, Anna, right now. I will kill you. Never fails. Every time I pack for the show, Anna runs downstairs and says, oh, I need a watch. It kills me every time. So, do you know how many times this happens?
Sorry, Roman. The customer always comes first. This.
I'm gonna kill you.
No, I didn't see it here. I
Are you
went
sure?
through it twice.
Wait, what is
Yes.
it? Let me see.
It might be on memo to Adam Menta.
It's here.
No, it might be.
No, I marked it on. I remember marking
Show
this
me.
one because I
Regina.
looked for it.
You sure?
Yeah, I swear.
Are you telling me I'm unpacking all this right now?
Well, let's look at the list.
Good idea.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the list.
Just if I remember.
Good idea, Alex. Let's look at the list first. And I guarantee you that that watch is with Adam. I'm pretty sure I gave it to him. Can you, Regina, can you look up a stock number, see if it's on sales order? I don't think it's in here.
Not alphabetical order.
It's by stock number in numerical order. Huh? No, that's not it.
It's not here.
I know it's not, because I know it's on memo
Is
to
that
Adam.
what this-
I know it's on memo to Adam because I gave it to him at the New York show. Somehow in the back of my head, I know where everything happens to be, and luckily we didn't have to unpack the entire bin to find that one longer.
Funny because we found the watch in the safe the next day. Is it on memo?
I would familiarize myself with the list so that you're not flipping through a price list every time. All right, we're done? Just as we finished packing up, a client called to pick up a pretty big watch. Looks like the bin may have to get opened back up after all. Yo.
What's up, brother?
Nothing, just doing my morning rounds. What's happening?
You still got that Arm 11 carbon?
The black one?
Yeah.
I do. I like the black one. I like the 1103 TPT. I think it's a beautiful watch. It's not too loud like some of the red and blue ones or the McLaren or anything like that.
I know. I've had it 3 times and I keep going back. You know how it is.
Doesn't matter. You made money on it every time.
I know. From an 1103 is going for what, 450, 430?
Bro, I sold a new Le Mans for 600.
Holy sh**.
Yeah.
Well, good. You're making money. You're good. I mean, it's holding their values.
I'm trying. That's what we do.
So you got the Carbon, the McLaren sold pretty much.
And it's not sold. If you want it, you let me know. I'll ask my guy. I'll tell my guy to get off the pot. He's a dealer.
Oh, okay. And then the Carbon you got. What year is the Carbon? 17, 18?
I don't remember, but I can ask Al. Do you remember?
It's in good shape.
Yeah, it's clean.
I believe it's 2020.
The black is
2020?
2020, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like new. You want to listen to a funny story?
Yeah.
So, I sold this to my client 6 months ago, I think, and then he watched the video that my friends at TPT put out that where Steve will do it, put a fucking Richard Mille as a necklace. I don't know if you saw that.
Yo, this is crazy. Look at this shit.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, so he's like, yo, what the fuck? He's making him douchey, yada yada yada. Like, that's true story. I'm like, are you serious right now? He's like, yeah, I don't know. And a client literally called us and said, you know what? I don't want to buy a Richard Mille or have a Richard Mille because Steve will do it made it douchey. A famous celebrity or someone that's very visible like Steve will do it from the Nelk Boys, most of the time will add a positive vibe to anything they may wear, use, or mention. But sometimes it even has a negative impact. Pretty funny.
Yeah, but how much time do you give me to give you all that money? I wasn't planning
You
on
gonna-
spending that time.
Tell me how long you need.
I'm at the bank right now. Let me see what's going on here.
You want to call me back?
I'll be right back.
All right, bye.
355. I mean,
We sold a Royal Oak version of this, all ceramic, for less.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. He needs to come down.
How much do you want to pay for it?
It's not about how much I want to pay for it. If I was a buyer on this watch, realistically, I'd probably write a check for 150. I don't know where.
Okay, but you have to give me a number for me to talk to him. I can't just be like, be realistic.
I'm not even pursuing a deal any further. Because I already have. It's done. I'm gonna try to push him into something else.
All
He's out
right,
of
you're
his
okay with, let's say, 260 down, 230 days on the TPT?
100%.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
Roman? The iPads came in for the girls, and I know you wanted to sign a personal card for them, so I grabbed you this.
So you guys are familiar with the $1,000 giveaway. And one of the winners was a gentleman by the name of Junior Johnson, who wrote me a pretty heartwarming email saying that, hey, listen guys, I really appreciate the $1,000. I am a grandfather who's 68 years old, who is raising 2 teenage girls. From what I understood, he is raising them a pretty fixed income, and he basically said, listen, this $1,000 is gonna really help me, give them a little something extra for Christmas that I normally wouldn't be able to afford. I asked my IT guy to order 2 iPads with the keyboards and the stylus pens, and I wrote him a note basically saying, hey, listen, I hope I'm not overstepping, but I thought that it'd be cool if I managed to get the girls this. So what did we get? We should have been iPads, keyboards.
It's 2 iPads, 2, what are they called? The Magic keyboards, and 2 Apple Pencils.
So Janya and Zamara, I hope you will accept this little token, and Merry Christmas.
Late night delivery. Bang!
Damn. Let me see that.
Big stepper.
Love it.
He said love it before even looking.
Sourced and sold.
Yo, Nick! We had a couple of these, and every time I get it, I want to get one.
Bro, I think it's badass.
So, you used to hold the highest record between the two of you, and the most expensive watch sold. He's just got you by about. Yours was 370. Prior to that, yours was 330. This is 440.
Oh.
What would you like to sell today?
I don't know if that's
Well, hold on. Tristan! See what the other flannel thinks about it.
Yo,
Thoughts?
you guys,
I need your thoughts on this watch. I need you to be
yo,
dead
did you
honest.
guys call
No
each other
bullshit.
today before you got dressed?
Yeah, we talked about this already.
This is actually his.
It's not mine.
Dead honest opinion. I know bullshit. Your honest opinion. Do you like this?
I'm just not a big RM guy, for being honest.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say a diamond guy. I was gonna lose it.
Yeah, if you said that.
I was gonna lose it.
Not a diamond guy, not an RM guy. So
All right, so well, you know what to do. Thank you. I appreciate the opinion. Good job, Alex.
I'm a big fan.
It's a sick.
How much did you sell for?
Undisclosed.
How much is
440.
All right, beat.
Uh-oh.
Gotta go sell a fuchsia for 450.
There's always going to be friendly competition between Alex and I. I'm stoked that he sold a watch more expensive than the highest record, but I'll get you next month.
You got to sell that Grand Comte, Nick.
Nick sold it like 5 times.
He did sell it twice. It was a Sammy G moment. I love this healthy competition. Even though they do compete against each other internally, it's a super friendly competition. They help each other out while doing it. And I think it creates for a great sales environment.
We need to create a bulletin board with like...
Sammy G.
What do you call it? What's
Like,
a wall? Wall of shame.
Who was the other guy?
Trax did that.
The one with the crystal?
What was his name?
It was a generic name.
What was the guy's name? Or wait, he's not on. Did he buy something from us? The guy who... The Grand Comp guy.
Oh, he bought something.
He bought some, what, like Tudor or something, I remember?
Cameron.
Was it?
James Cameron.
James Cameron. But we were like legit need a wall of shame.
Alex, set the time. Make sure it runs well. Wind it a little bit. Good job, though.
We had actually a funny story about this. Not this exact one, but our friend who bought an 1103 Rose Gold TI from us. And then I advised him against this. Do not do this. So he went to some guy in New York and he switched out the case for a diamond case. And I guess they didn't put it in properly and he went swimming with it.
Oops.
Completely obliterated the watch inside. Was a pressure test or a water test. I'm like, why would you go swimming in that? Like, you don't have any other watches you can swim in? You gotta go in the blinged out RM, you know?
That's why I'm not a fan of the buzz downs.
Oh, no, me either.
Note to all you guys watching, when diamonds are added to a watch, any watch, they tend to mess with things like water tightness, for example. These parts on these watches, they made to pretty tight specs, right? And if those specs are off by a hair, water gets into your movement. Case in point with this guy. Feel pretty bad for this guy because that repair is going to set him back about 9 months and probably at least $15,000 to $20,000.
Well, we did all the preparation we could, and now we're off to Jacksonville.
$60,000, $65,000?
So Alex is doing math back there. But the flight was pretty easy. I don't know what Roman's talking about with small planes, but that was the smoothest flight I've ever been on. And now we're going to Beard's Diamonds.
All right, thank you, bro. I appreciate you setting that.
Used to ride these babies for miles.
You're dressed like a 12-year-old boy, bro.
Bro, you're dressed like you're at stage 5.
Can't. What the f is stage 5? My favorite pastime is walking through airports with Ian, pointing a camera at me, and then everyone just stares. My first time in Jacksonville. I heard this place sucks.
Dude, Jacksonville's not
Good
good.
thing we're staying here. Look how much headspace is in the bathroom. All right.
Let's find your fucking bag.
Did the bags just? I've never checked the bags.
Yeah, dude, the bag's just gonna fucking come through.
What I'm saying, do they just keep going?
I think so, yeah. I've never checked the bag before. I don't know.
Wow, what a bug out.
What type of bag is it?
It's just normal.
He got his bag. Let's go get a car.
I feel like Ben Nicky out here. Smoking probably. Yo. What? Where's his shit at? I sent Ian a Tesla to rent, and this dude decides to rent the girliest car he could possibly find. It's a convertible Audi A5. Unbelievable.
She going back.
Yo, Ian with the mom whip. Let's go. I feel like I'm in a midlife crisis.
I feel like I'm in a midlife crisis.
Man, oh man. Hey.
So goddamn bright, I forgot my Ray-Bans at the office.
Pulled up in the PJ.
What's a PJ?
A PJ is a private jet.
Ian with the Tom Cruise look.
We told Ian to rent a Tesla, he rented us an A5. An Audi A5.
We're in a convertible, bro. We look like a bunch of bitches.
You know, in 28 episodes, this is my first gray screen. Okay, first of all, the Tesla that they wanted to rent wouldn't be available at the airport.
Yeah.
Why rent the car? What's wrong with you?
That's what I said.
That's what I said.
That's what I said. I said we're gonna Uber everywhere. Ian's like, let's get Toro.
Uber where? Where you go going to the store and then you going back to the airport?
That's what I said.
I don't know.
Second of all, I wanted to be able to move freely throughout the city, so I didn't want to Uber. So what if we look like a bunch of sorority girls on spring break?
Did you have to run to the bathroom in the airport?
I asked him if he had to go to the bathroom. He said he went before. So.
Worked out. I woke up early to use the bathroom, and I was late to my Uber getting to the airport to go to the bathroom again. I poop like 5 times a day.
Oh, they got a Chipotle right here, by the way, bro. Yo, I'm just saying, bro.
The only thing Alex was excited about this entire trip was that there was a Chipotle right next to the event.
The guy was like very specific on like slacks and Chipotle.
Well, we gotta get in there first. We're just here to set up, and then we gotta run back out. This event don't start until God knows when. How the f do I work this thing? Let's get this convertible up. Look at a bunch of dickheads pull it up. Nick's throwing a flannel on. I chimed in. Haven't you people ever heard of?
Hey, how's it going? We're from Luxury Bazaar.
Yes. Hey, how you doing? I'm Paul.
Nick, we've spoken on the phone.
Alex, pleasure meeting
How you doing? Come on this way. I'll show you.
There she is.
What I'm thinking is kind of in this corner, we could probably get like a tower, have the tower here, and then you'll have easy access to the vault if you want to keep some stuff in there.
For sure. We're here in Jacksonville. Turns out there's a car vault, which is also really cool. Because as you guys know, I like fast cars.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Everyone's a part of the crew. Hey, check this out, Ian. I think you spelled that right. I did not spell that right. You're right. You good? Bro, look.
Yeah, no, just wanted to.
Yo, Roman, real quick.
Yes, sir.
What's the dealio with these?
You need bolt cutters to cut them off.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Good.
The goods.
I'm gonna give this to Paul because this is actually just memo stuff that we're giving to you guys for the event.
Okay.
So after checking to make sure that everything arrived safe and taking out the jewelry that we had to give on memo, it was time to eat some lunch and then get ready for the show.
Sick. All right, let's eat. I'm starving.
Meanwhile, back in Philadelphia, a whole lot of stuff came in. This time I decided to talk a little more about a few pieces that I picked out that came in. Real quick, little mini what's on my desk for you guys as part of this unboxing. I'm not going to go through all the watches. I did pick out 3 good pieces to talk about. And the number 1 piece I want to talk about today is the Sapphire Pave Audemars Piguet Royal Oak 41 millimeters. This thing is absolutely insane. And what it's comparable to, this came out post the Rainbow Royal Oaks. Right post, because they had such a huge success with the Rainbow Royal Oaks. They made 10 in white, I think 10 in yellow, and they followed up with a rose, that they came out with this guy. And this is very comparable to the Sacco Daytona that we showed you guys last episode of the episode before. In terms of market value, in terms of price, in terms of popularity. Personally, I absolutely love this particular watch. I probably would go with this over the Royal Oak Daytona. Over the Royal Oak Rainbow. With that said, the Royal Oak Rainbow today is trading around the $300,000 price mark, if you can find it, where this guy's trading at about a $200,000 price mark. I think the original retail value on this was around $148,000, something like that. With that said, certainly, if you're not into the whole rainbow look, I know there's a big hype around the rainbow. I'm one of those guys who's personally not a big fan of the rainbow look. I do like, the only rainbow thing I do like would probably the original Rainbow Daytona in white gold with just the bezel, without the diamond lugs, or without anything else. I'm not a fan of the big Pave one. This one, however, would be right up my alley. Of course, I'm biased. I love AP. I love AP. But if you look at the fact that the Sacco, at the Rainbow Daytona is like trading, let's say, depending on condition, 500 to 600, and the other one is trading anywhere from 250 to 350, it becomes very comparable in terms of not only looks, but also pricing and market popularity. Next, I would like to talk about these Explorers. I talked to you guys about numerous times about certain sleeper watches, but Adrian's really is the one that's been pushing this particular watch and buying as many as you can. Why?
First of all, aesthetically, I like the way it looks. I like this. I like the way this black dial with the red hand looks better than the current orange one. Just me personally. I think there's the 40 millimeters, the perfect case size versus the 42, especially in this watch.
Agreed.
And this 16570 reference is basically the first time the Explorer made it a GMT.
Market price today?
This is naked. Something like this today is around the $9,500 range.
To like a full set?
Exactly. So we're talking black dial, all the way upwards of like an unworn new OS white Polar that can be pushing, 10.5.
And market price pre-COVID?
It's probably a good 25% less.
25. I was gonna say 25 to 30% less, yeah, which is good. Last but not least, I want to talk about this guy. This is the Remaster. I actually did a video on this watch when they first announced it. I didn't have the watch in hand. Again, one thing to note is not very often does a company do a new line, right? So if you think of Audemars Piguet, going back to when I started, you had Edouard Piguet, you had Jules Audemars, you had some funky ladies pieces, but that wasn't really considered a line. But you had your Royal Oak, you had your Royal Oak Offshores, right? The Remaster is actually a new line, and a lot of people think this is the reissue of the 1943's chronograph. They only made about 307 chronographs, believe it or not. So it's pretty rare to find a AP chronograph from that era to begin with. But they didn't reissue this watch. This is not what this watch looked like in 1943.
Small.
It was very similar. They got the two-tone case. The size is a little bit bigger. The strap on the buckle is sort of like cheapy looking, like that steel tang buckle, right? Yeah. So they did take a lot of elements out of it, but this is a remaster. And the reason they called it a remaster is because they refined a lot of things. Number one, obviously, the movement. They refined the font because now it's a lot more visible. Like if you look at the older chronographs, they're fucking unreadable. Like you couldn't even read them. Right?
I do like how they represent Audemars Piguet on the dial.
Yes, absolutely. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a good move in AP. I said it before when I talked about it when it first came out. I still think this is a good line to have, and I hope that this was a plan to continue this line and they continue remastering this stuff. Because once they remaster something like a Royal Oak, just be
which Royal Oak?
The OG. The OG Royal Oak. Huh? The 5402, yeah. Listen, the 15202 was the anniversary Royal Oak to the 5402.
It's sort of a remaster, or
it's not a remaster. It's an anniversary edition. But if they dub it a remaster under this same line, I think this will take this line sky high. I mean, it's going to be insane.
Could I plug in a buy request?
Yes, please.
Any 15202 BAs with the champagne dial, please don't hesitate to.
You've been looking for that for a minute.
I've been looking for it for a minute. I need as many as humanly possible.
You heard our head buy. You see what he's looking to buy.
15202 BAs.
So that will conclude a tiny little part of unboxing, of a big unboxing. Don't really have time to go through all of it because I don't want to take up the entire video.
Yeah. Oh, is that the one?
Gave my buddy Adam a call as usual. Needed some advice on vintage pieces. I told you guys before, I run majority of the vintage stuff that comes through here through Adam. We decide on price, sales price, and things of that nature. Of course, had to show off the number 0 Offshore. That is the one. I don't know if you can see it.
Number 0. That's cool, man.
All right, so I got some info from AP. It was actually made after the number 1 Offshore as a prototype. The serial number is higher on this one. They think that, and again, you know how their records are sometimes, they think that this was done to commemorate the opening of the boutique of AP in the US. My gut feeling, this watch is worth about $175,000.
Okay, so what's a normal one worth?
Depending, if it was the one made in 1992, I'd sell it for 100, 120.
Yeah, so I mean, I think asking like a 50% premium or 30 to 50%.
I mean, this is a museum watch, bro. But we'll talk about that later. I just wanted to show it to you. A couple of things for you. Talk to you about the 3800J Blue.
Right.
What do we want to pay for that? Like realistically. Oh, this was a day before stuff was leaving to IWJG, so I needed to get that out of the way before we got there. There's never time to talk about it at the show.
Like 55,000 kind of thing.
Really?
Maybe 60 if it's like super nice.
It is super nice. The asking is 70.
I think it's a little high.
So let's say 60 on that. And then remember the two 1675s, the Dash 8s, the old gold.
I love the condition on either, but I could be confusing with another watch because I see so many goddamn watches.
It was the brown dial and the black dial.
Yeah, I don't remember the prices being like egregious. They were at retail, so we maybe work.
36, 31.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those are not egregious. It just depends. Like a little bit cheaper.
Define a little bit cheaper.
Anywhere from 10 to 15% cheaper.
Let's call it 32 and 28.
Before you make the offer, let me see him again on Monday.
Okay. And then the last thing I needed to ask you about was.
Now is that like. We're gonna have, you and I, like, and I think everybody is gonna, dealer-wise, gonna have to start getting used to paying this new price. And we can't like think of what we paid for our last one.
Oh, I don't. I don't even think back a week now.
It's crazy. The market's so crazy. So it's like, you know, a watch like that I always said, like, okay, 28's the max I would ever pay for it. Maybe I'll pay 32 now, just because it's better to have something to sell than nothing right now. It's crazy. You know, Sasha from Geneva's here, and he's like, dude, the prices in Europe right now are out of control. Like the Parma show, like a watch that's like worth $3,000, they're asking 12 for. You know, it's out of control. So I think we might be looking at the new normal for a while.
I mean, I've been paying strong for stuff like you wouldn't believe, and some of the prices I've paid for stuff, and it's sold immediately. Like I thought I sold it expensive, and I realized that I sold it cheap, which is okay because my clients are buying stuff cheaper, which I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, listen, I'm happy when people get a deal and like clients are like in the watch comfortably, so that they're not gonna like lose a fortune if they ever go to sell it or lose anything at all.
No, my favorite is that I sell something to a dealer, and 2 minutes later it's on a chat for like 10 grand more.
All right, let's take a look on Monday and see if we can put it together.
All right, what are you wearing?
I got the call from Omega, man.
And you put it on, and what the is that bracelet?
I put it on like a cool like pizza rice bracelet. I don't like the strap that it's on. I bought a bracelet from Omega to wear it on that fits, and the clasp is so sharp that it like digs into my wrist. So I have to like polish the inside of the clasp so it's like rounded. So in the meantime, I just put it.
So you took a Snoopy and you made it look vintage.
Dude, I did.
Because I'm looking. It looked like from a side. It looked like a vintage Zenith almost. Oh, that's nice.
Beautiful watch. Holy.
I'm gonna do some more research on this guy because I think that one thing, like, look, I'm never afraid to undersell, right? If I left 20 grand, like this watch is worth 200 or whatever, I don't care. But what I also want to do is I want to make sure it's reasonable to the client. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to later. But problem is you're not gonna find a comp.
Yeah, let's talk about it Monday. We could offer it to my guy. Yeah. Dude, I love this watch, man.
All right, I'll see you Monday, bro. Thank you.
It's showtime.
If you're into complications, it's not really something we have, but I can source one for you.
That's really cool. I would love to see that in person. That's something I'm very interested in.
I mean, back then this was, 193. Now this is 535.
Nothing better than just hanging out, meeting new people, and doing what you love.
Is this something like you were looking to get into next, or?
Exactly what I wanted.
We're trying to get her.
That's awesome.
Hey, thanks for your time.
Hey, not a problem, sir.
Beautiful watch.
Thank you very much. Hey, how are you?
This one I believe we're asking like 15.5 for.
I love the Grand Seiko on your wrist, by the way.
So this one's a 116 reference. It's actually a 2020 old style card. Just grab some pics.
So I actually had a pretty special client come through. His name is Kyle. So Kyle reached out to us looking for his first luxury watch. Played around with the idea of getting a Rolex 36mm white dial. 5 days before this event took place, Roman actually had bought one, and I offered it to Kyle, and he bought it on spot. Turns out he actually lived near Jacksonville as well, so we were able to meet there.
Sick.
Thank you so much.
I gotta see the whips though.
I even got to check out his GTR.
Damn, this thing's beautiful, bro.
Oh shoot, I haven't seen this.
Oh, that's sick. The color's crazy. But this is like Stormtrooper, like this is classic, From the factory, they had these cars tuned into like, it's just like perfect. This was the car when it came out.
You're getting Lamborghini and Ferrari performance for a fraction of the price.
Literally. How much are you pushing,
I think we're both pushing the same, about 650.
I mean, mine's not, no, you got more than that. It's not dyno, so I couldn't tell you for sure, but I'm guessing somewhere around 585.
Let's get a picture. It's not from Luxury Bazaar, but it's still a watch. We love watches, regardless.
How cool is this that you guys ended up coming down here?
It's crazy.
I'd say I bought this watch about 3 days ago or something.
Literally.
It was shipped the next day, and they're here this weekend. Dude, I appreciate it so much.
Of course.
Yeah, I want to actually go check out some watches, maybe.
Yeah, let's go. This one's vintage, so it's a little slimmer in size, but it's a nice color. Like the sub dials and everything inside it.
You said this is 38?
38 millimeters. But that actually fits pretty well on your wrist. The APs are growing like heavy right now. Like they're very, very popular.
This is the smallest one you got here.
All right, so we have some smaller pieces here too. This is actually one I was talking about.
I actually like this size.
It's nice, right?
Yeah.
It's a good size. And then this is like a gold. It's a little bit older.
And
this one's actually pretty good. It's like 45,000 for that.
45,000?
Yeah. Compared to like this is like 63,000.
Okay. I do like this if it was in a white dial.
White dial, yeah.
I think my favorite piece in here is this Pave.
Yeah, it's a 3800. So this one's like 79,000. Yeah.
So it's not like crazy money as like the big ones go for.
Yeah, the bigger ones, like the newer ones for this, you're looking at like 200,000.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah,
appreciate you coming out.
Yeah.
Take a look around the show. If you need anything, just let me know.
Cool.
My daily's a tag that I got for graduation. I have spent 4 times as much repairing it as I have, like, that my dad paid for it.
Yeah.
So I'd love a watch that I can really just
beat up.
It's going to take it.
Yeah. Look into Rolex and AP. So this is AP. They can take a beating. This is something that you can really wear every day.
Yep.
It's good to take a beating. It works well. It's very reliable. And if you ever have to service it, you could always reach out to me if you were to purchase something like that. AP is usually the bigger choice. And then you also have some Rolexes as well that you could look into. It's steel, you can really beat it up, and Rolex is very reliable as well. Yeah.
Right now, $500,000.
Yeah. So Richard Mille McLaren.
So this rests in 5,500. One football player, 52 AY.
Yeah. I think that one came out as fake actually though. It was a fake watch. What's going on, guys? Nice watch.
What's up, man?
It's both of you guys. Nice watch. Yes.
Factory?
Yeah, it's all factory.
Really?
Yeah, it's about 250.
I was thinking about actually doing
doing that factory?
just for fun.
My boy did that. He has a green, the green dial, and he put the the aftermarket baguettes on it for like 10 grand.
We're from Jacksonville. I
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah?
have known about it unless I saw y'all.
Sick. Well, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it.
This is an Audemars Piguet. An Audemars Piguet, also known as AP. For people who like me who have a hard time pronouncing a name for brands you work with.
I don't know what that is still. Is this old?
Yes, that is a vintage watch.
That's why we like it. That's why, because it's old. My tattoo doesn't do it justice. You want to try it on? Yeah. It's really pretty. It's vintage. Even better. That is beautiful. Cool. I'm going to ask to try it back on when my husband walks over
Absolutely.
here.
You got it. No problem, guys.
Over the next, I would say, 18 to 24 months, there's like 4 to 5 Rolexes that I want to buy.
Yeah.
So whilst at the show, I met Jason. Jason is a local guy who's heavy into sneakers and wants to venture out into watches. So unfortunately, he's not really able to try on any Rolexes because the ADs are pretty dry. So it's pretty cool that we were able to show him some pieces.
A lot of people say that. Yeah, it's a 40 millimeter.
Well, the Cameron's 44. Y'all don't have any deep C's here, do you? That's the 44?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, it's a big watch. What's the regular C-Ball again?
Brand new, probably like 15 around there. Maybe.
The Cameron's like 17, 18?
17, 18, yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I can go the smaller watch. That kind of bothers me.
It's surprising because like a lot of people think the Daytona is like a bigger watch. It wears big, but it looks bigger. But as soon as you put it on the wrist, you realize it's not as big as you thought it would be.
And the GMTs are what, 42s?
Oh, no, the GMTs are like 40.
Any GMTs at all? Because for 30 years, I haven't been able to put it on my wrist.
Yeah.
You know?
This is true. They don't have anything for you to put on your wrist.
So this is, and
I believe that's a 40.
the sizing is the same now, right?
Should be, yeah.
I don't know.
What?
Like, that's why I came tonight, to be able
To see, yeah.
I don't know anything less than a 42 I would be happy with.
For size comparison,
What size is this?
I believe that's a 44. Yeah. So APs wear a lot better, especially if you have a bigger wrist. Looks much better than the Rolex, in my personal opinion.
But again, just for me, like I think I have to start with Rolex, get those pieces, and then I can see myself branching out.
Of course.
But I have to at least get 2 or 3 of the Rolex that I want checked off.
Yeah.
I like the sizing of the 44s. What
It's
is
good.
that, like a 42?
Yeah.
The little bit I've learned about AP is anything blue face AP is going to be expensive.
Yes. This is very true.
42 works.
Well, that looks good, yeah.
42 works. The 40 doesn't work. What's the difference between Royal Oak and Offshore?
That's a Safari.
This is Offshore, right?
Yeah.
And then
that's the Royal Oak.
I like this one better.
This is a Safari edition, and then this is the 15500 black dial.
What's the pricing difference between the two?
So this one's 25,000. This is about 52.
guy's alma mater.
The other cool part of this event was that DuPont Registry was there. So I got to talk to a lot of the top guys from DuPont Registry, which was awesome.
You don't have the one that plays the music, do you?
Get it? Top guys?
No, not currently. Not currently. I'm a really big history buff, so the watch that went to the moon is something for me that I kind of geek out on. But my favorite watch right now is probably the Rolex Milgauss.
Milgauss?
Just the science behind it is fascinating.
Where's the lightning bolt?
So the second hand is actually the lightning bolt.
Oh, very cool.
It's just such a cool watch. Oh yeah.
That's sick. I love these. I have so many people that ask for these watches. Every time we get them, we sell them right away.
It's like the best grandma watch right now.
Yeah.
But that's the Urban Jungle that sent it. Oh, here you go.
Yeah. Sick. If you ever get any extra ones, let me know.
Yeah, I will always. I got you.
I was just messing with you. Nah, seriously, guys. Pleasure meeting you guys. Shout out to Jordan from DuPont Registry. Of course, we couldn't end the episode without a big speech from a very inspirational person. This is a beautiful speech by Morgan Young. Speaking to the mic.
So I've been wearing this Rolex since middle school, and I was soul searching and trying to figure out, why do I wear this Rolex every day? Why is it that I feel the need to wear this watch when I don't care what other people think about me? I don't care about the status. I don't do it for my ego. And I was soul searching, why do I do it? I do it because it holds me to a higher standard. It holds me to the standard that I believe that I am every single day, my highest self, my best self. So when I put this watch on, I am not just Morgan, I am the standard of not just Morgan, but the one who wears the Rolex, the one who is successful. Step into that role every single day.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wait, the mic was off?
And he didn't do it again.
Just want to give a huge shout out to the guys down at Beards. You guys were awesome. Thank you so much for having us at your event. We had a blast, and we'll see you soon, Jacksonville.
How was the show, Nick?
I think the show went really well. We made a lot of really good leads, very strong leads.
Met a lot of good people.
Yeah,
a lot of people showed up.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I sold the RM11 McLaren.
Oh yeah? I sold the TPT.
The Grand Comp.
This music is great, by the way, Ian. Well done.
Overall, not bad.
Was this a good success for you guys?
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good. It was good. Great market, baby. This is 58.
525.
67.
3,500.
55. People want what they can't have.
So, the expansion to Miami, leaving family, friends. I feel even worse, if you will, right?
Slowly but surely, my family will move here permanently.